Sam Vecini, who I love very much of The Athletic. Hit that like and subscribe button. Links in the description for this article. Let me take a sip of water. Stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen. Moving to Miami, Florida today, so very excited. Start graduate school in a week at the U, so support your boy. 2024 NBA mock draft. We're going to run through this right now, and you guys are going to be surprised, okay? There's going to be some guys that I think. Also, you put some note that Aaron Bradshaw, Bronny James, and a few other guys who either, reclassified or got hurt, or, Bronny James, example, he has them ranked the same place he had them ranked before the injuries or whatever occurred. So at number one overall, Justin Edwards. I've talked about this before. You're going to see that 3 of the top 5 prospects are in professional leagues, either the G League, Ignite, or something else like that. And that the top 5 prospects are all these 6'5" to 6'8", either wings or forwards. Okay, the guards don't start coming later. Like Justin Edwards, this is the new mold. Everyone wants the 6'8", bigger athletic wing who can handle the ball, who can defend multiple positions, who's got the ability to get to the rim. Yes, he's going to be 20 years old, Justin Edwards, coming out of Kentucky on draft night. So it's going to be either Justin Edwards or Ron Holland, who's going to be the number 1 overall pick. Ron Holland's a bit younger. Justin Edwards is the more, I guess, NBA body ready, you could argue. Very physical. Then if you look at Ron Holiday, he's the guy who's playing the G League Ignite, 6'8" forward, who's like an athletic freak, great defender, huge motor. And he decommitted from Texas to go to the G League Ignite. He's going to be a guy who could be crazy. And the next guy, is it Eisen or Azan? Either way, I'm gonna butcher names here, so tell me down below, because this is probably like the 4th or 5th time that I've seen these guys now, and I'm starting to really get into these guys. I'm doing other stuff right now, like overseas and G League stuff, just doing some scouting service stuff for some stuff that I'm working on the side that I can't really talk much about. But Almansa, who's a 6'10". See what I'm saying? 6'8" was the first 2 guys in Ron Holiday and Justin Edwards. You got the 6'10" forward right here who can shoot over everybody. And then you got one of the twins in Mateus, is it? Mateus? But he's another guy, 6'10" wing forward. Like if you see that the first 4 picks are these guys who are going to be in, look, G League Ignite, G League Ignite, G League Ignite. Then you only got Kentucky as the number 1 overall pick and Justin Edwards right now. So I'm just telling you guys, just look at this. You're going to see more guys who are not go to college, and you're going to see a lot more foreign guys. I talked about this before. I learned a lot more about the agent work. And see this, the first, we'll get back to the agent stuff in a second, but 5th pick, Isaiah Collier, who's the first guard. Then Tyrese Proctor, who's actually from Australia. So he's a guy who grew up around pro ball. His dad was a professional basketball player for the Sydney Kings. So Tyrese Proctor, first 2 guards go at 5 and 6. Then Donovan, who's kind of being compared to like a similar player to like Chet Holmgren, a 3-and-D big, who this guy averaged at per 40 minutes, 21 points, 17 rebounds, and 5 blocks per 40 minutes in college. Okay. And then you got at 8, Alex Sarr, Olivier's little brother, who played for Overtime Elite last year, and now he's going to at the Perth Wildcats. He could be a guy who could end up being the number 1 pick. That's how good he is. He's also Melvin. We'll talk about Melvin in a sec, but dude, that French team's good. Then now look, that's the thing. We just have Perth Wildcats, okay? We had a couple college guys, but right now I think we have more overseas or professional league guys going in the top 10 than college guys. Jacoby Walter, a good size, 6'5". I'm telling you, the bigger players between like 6'5", 6'8", 6'10" are like sought after, especially if they can move well laterally quickly. And Jacoby Walter and like Garway Duel are like these 6'5" wings or guards who can guard multiple positions, who are long, lengthy, and could do multiple things. Like Stephon Castle's more of in the Jordan Hawkins 3-point shooting and has some combo guard ability, but that's kind of like UConn's thing right there. And then over here, Riley Kugel from Florida, another 6'5". Like you're going to see a consistent thing in this draft class, the type of players coming out. Then Kyle Filipkowski, who is smart coming back, and now he's probably going to be a lottery pick, and he's being compared to a bigger Naz Reid is what I've heard people say he's like. Then Melvin, he's actually Alexis Ajinka. Tell me if I said that correctly. Cousin. their cousins. You know, the Alexis guy who played for the Pelicans, and I think, what was it, the Clippers? He's actually his cousin. 6'8", NBA body. Okay, he did play in the French third league, and now he's in the French second division, averaging like 9 points, shooting 39% from three. And in the U19, he was shooting 53% from the field and 49%. Like, he's really good. But getting back to the whole agent thing, Ademar just committed to UCLA, and more so agents in Europe are paid by the teams. So there's like a bit of corruption in Europe when it comes to the players. And that's why a lot of the foreign players who did play in college were primarily sons of, you know, European basketball players who were able to just get them to go to college. But now more and more European basketball players, especially with NIL, and they're like, why would I just, you know, take a senior level contract at 18 and not play for 3-4 years because I got to earn my minutes, and then I won't be able to go to the NBA till like I'm 22 if I'm drafted, or till I'm 25, you know. So these guys are instead not, you know, going up in the youth academy of, you know, the Spanish, Italians, Greeks teams, and then they're dipping to college now because they're getting NIL. They're going to get blowjobs from all the hottest girls on campus. So Ademar is going to be like that, and they're going to be able to show themselves against NBA competition. Terrence Arsenault, he's a 6'6" wing. I'm telling you, those 3-and-D wings, kind of like a Moses Moody. Then Trey Alexander came back. He was a second-round pick, now looking like a top 20 pick. Same thing with Mark Mitchell, 6'9". Okay, another guy who would have been a second-round pick this year came back. Guess who Cody Williams' brother is? Jalen Williams, J-Dub of the OKC Thunder. So keep out for Cody Williams, this guy who's, you know, he's a bit bigger than his brother, but thinner, okay? Elmarco Jackson's this, like, defensive scoring dog. Just keep an eye out for him. He's on my Kansas Jayhawks, all right? Omaha Bilal, I don't know too much about him. I wish Luke was with me because he's a big fan of, like, guys like this. 6'8", you know, 7'2" wingspan. Maybe he could be the Jarace Walker of this draft class. DJ Wagner, the guy who was supposed to be the number 1 pick. Okay, he's a good, you know, he's a good athlete, not an elite one. And I think people are just realizing that there's nothing super elite about him, but he can still be good. AJ Johnson, I heard from a guy in Australia, like, I'm not gonna say who, but say he's not gonna get fucking shit in Australia, in like no minutes. So hopefully AJ Johnson proves us wrong and has a great season with the Illawarra Hawks. I love Bobby Clement at the Cons Tapens. He could be like the Jeremy Sohan of this draft class. I'm telling you, he could soar up, and you guys are going to be like, how he's going top 10. Mackenzie Mgbako. I wanted him to go to Kansas, but he's this like Jonathan Kuminga, like Otto Porter mix type guy. Berkey, he came over from Turkey. Another guy, I'm telling you. This guy can do a little thing of everything. Averaged 11, 8, 4, 1.5, and 1.5, 1.5 steals, 1.5 blocks for the U19 World Cup Turkey team. Okay. Judah Mintz came back, would have been a second-round pick this year. Now he's looking like he'll be a top, you know, end of the first round. Oso from Marquette, he's he's got multi-positional defense potential. So I really like that. And he's super efficient. Terry Darlin, another G League 6'6", coming out of Africa, supposedly. Keep an eye out for him. Scotty Middleton, same lines as Malachi Brana and Brees Sensabaugh out of Ohio State. Then the second round, Tristan Da Silva, Ryan Dunn, Zach Edey, Terrence Shannon, Trevin Brazil, Zachariah Rashar, Bronny James, Aaron Bradshaw, Adem Bona, Bryce Hopkins, Tyler Smith, Kwani Edwards Jr., Juan Yunez, Nikola Drusic, or is it Justrich? It's probably Justrich. Reese Beekman, Alex Karabin, John Veden, Baba Miller, Milos Uzan. I'm probably butchering names. PJ Hall, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Deron Holmes, Woog Poplar, Kevin McCullough, Ajay Mitchell, Baylor Shireman, Coleman Hawkins, Dylan Jones, and Dylan Mitchell. Which makes sense. Again, guys, this is all subject to change. It's August 8th, bro. Like, this will all change. But the Sam Vecini did a good job putting this together. Let me hear you guys' thoughts on my reaction to all of it. But, of course, guys, this is all just for the sake of discussion. So, again, go check out the article if you want to read it in depth. But that's it for me, guys. Peace out.